Yes, people, welcome to LRFC. Welcome to LRFC. Your guy is back in the nights, not early mornings. Apologies to that. You know how it is. Back at work, people. Normality has hit me now. Like one month without work has been phenomenal. I loved every minute of it, but reality always gonna hit someone, if you know what I mean. Yeah, so I decided, in the last few minutes, let me do the press conference of Arne Slot, see what he's saying, and we could pick the team as well at the same time. And chat, of course, chat is the most important thing on here. I always, ask you guys to participate and have your opinions as well, man. Appreciate people just turned up. You know what I mean? I might not have done a stream today, but you got to continue in it. You got to continue to get better at this, and you got to continue, because of the loyal people that support us on the channel as well. So that's why I am here, my people. Whoa, when I'm on here, a bit of a stone cold has to happen, doesn't it, guys? So let's go.
Give me a hell yeah! I said, give me a hell yeah!
Yes, people. Yes, since the what was the last game against Atletico Madrid? Wasn't it phenomenal to see our team? So wasn't it wonderful to see our team, come back again in a game where everybody was celebrating? Liverpool have, messed up again. These things are becoming a norm. Liverpool scoring last minute, Virgil van Dijk, scoring in the last minute of the game again against Atletico Madrid. But people forgot, he was getting tormented by the Atletico Madrid players, the defenders that were pulling him, and then he went to the referee and told him, like, mate, like, what's going on here? Like, I'm getting pulled all over the place. People are disrespecting me, like, in front of the goal. The worst thing they did, Atletico Madrid, make Van Dijk angry. They made Van Dijk angry, and Van Dijk got that revenge and scored the winning goal. But how much more can I take of this, last minute goals, guys? It's really, really aging me now. What I mean? It's good, you know what I mean? Because we've got that thing about us that we could come back from, games that everybody thinks that it's gone. People celebrating too early. I like it. I like it in that way. But let's just start winning 3-0 sometimes, 2-0 sometimes. Do something, man, because it's killing me, man. I wish we did, like something like that first. Win by 2 goals, 3 goals, 4 goals in games, and then we do this last minute now and again. That will be dramatic ending to games. But it is what it is, guys. When you're champions, you get the respect of the opponents. They deep line defend, and then you have to open them up. And Man City faced that, Man United faced that down the years. It's like what Saeed said, on his stream the other day. He said, like, they've taken our place. They've taken our place with the Fergie time. We've taken their place in, I think, most of the stuff. Fergie time, 2020 time, everything. They can't live through this anymore. You know what I mean? The rivals, and it's bothering them every day. It's bothering them every day, man. And whenever you go in other streams as well, and you discuss Liverpool nowadays, like, I love sitting there because I love observing the rivals. Because when you're sitting there as the king, you know what I mean, the king of kings, Triple H, you know what I'm saying, guys. It's special, man. I don't need to go to streams now to prove myself. They have to, prove themselves to me now. I'm the king. I'm the king of kings. I'm Triple H. I sit on that throne now. You know what I mean? We no longer have to go through things like wake up with being nervous and what is Man United going to do? Which Man United player you want out? I remember in the 90s, I was wishing Rio didn't play, or Giggs didn't play, or Beckham didn't play, or Scholes, certain players didn't play. And I wish Wes Brown was the defender, O'Shea was the defender, if you know what I mean, back in the day. I don't have to wish that anymore. They are wishing on us now. They're still asking, why is Van Dijk still here? They're still asking, why is Salah still here? That's the difference now. The roles have reversed, and I'm loving every minute of it. And I say to you guys, this does not last. Football is a cycle business, man. Forget all about it's GA, XG, cricket. I don't know. Sorry, guys. It's something else that I want to share with you later on. Tom Warner spoken in it with certain people. But as I was saying, people like just enjoy the moments because they they don't last, man. They don't last. Like 30 years ago, before obviously the first title with Jurgen, I never thought I'd be here again. I was going through the motions, emotions and all that stuff. But we're here now. The winning mentality has come back to Liverpool. And the way to maintain that is us as fans sticking together and making sure we stay there for a long time. Because if we lose that focus, we could end up like Man United. I've never seen my team as bad as Man United. Let me just put it that way. I've been through, after, Paisley, Fagan, Dalglish, and I've been through Souness. I've been through Roy. These are the bad managers, by the way. I've been through Roy Evans and Souness and Roy Evans. Houllier, brought stability as a case, but he got ill. Obviously, we won the treble, FA Cup, League Cup, and UEFA Cup at the time. And he got ill, and Liverpool went down again. Benitez came in, took us up again. With the Champions League challenge for a few seasons, but it wasn't, it wasn't something that was leading towards, championship because we didn't end up getting any championships. We only challenged, as I remember properly, one season with Man United. We only lose 2 league games, as I remember, and they still won the league, losing 5 games or something like that. So, this is like a dynasty kind of thing, and rivals see it. It's not just me or you. Rivals see it. You see them crying on streams, guys. You see them react on screen in the streams. It's not like because they're selling something to you. It's true emotions, They know what's coming. They've been there before when they were the best. When they see that coming from another club, especially everybody's rivals. Liverpool is everybody's rivals. We're not just Man United and Everton's rivals. We're everybody's rivals. Especially when they see that the hate comes along with it. And you see them sweating on streams. You see them almost tearing up on streams when Liverpool always win games. And I'm loving it, man. I'm loving it. And I want us to maintain that. Continue with that. Don't look back. Just go look forward. You know what I mean? And if we have to make changes eventually with players, we have to do that in the right way while the important players are still at the football club, and then just change it over. We could do things like that. Man, I'm just over the moon, man. I gotta be real, but the last minute goals are just something that's that's putting too much grays in my beard, man. Because I don't expect it, but it happens all the time now. And I should be like grateful for that because look at Man City at their best. They were doing last minute goals. Man United at their best. The Chelsea at their best. Arsenal at their best. If you look back in history, the top team always scores in the last minute of the games. And we're doing that. And we're getting the respect of the opponents, including Arsenal, like I alluded to, in previous streams. They are sitting back in the first few games of the season and telling us to break them down. That's the respect we have. We've got that fear factor Man City had a few seasons ago. And I don't think it's like hit us as a fan base, because every time we're panicking, thinking same old Liverpool, we're going to, drop points here because of, past experiences. But we've changed. We've changed for the better. And we haven't seen that yet as a fan base. That's the thing. But I just want those 3-0 wins again, man. I missed that. Two goals in the first half, 1 in the second half, and then the game is dead after that. That's what I want to go back to. But let me get to the chats, man. Listen, first of all, guys, I don't ask for much. I don't ask for a lot. I'm not these YouTubers that, tell you off or, pay me this and I want this and I want that. I just want people to, to come on the chat and share, Liverpool experiences with me. I've got many stories to tell you guys if you want me to. There's no problem. I could debate with you if you want to debate with me as well. You know what I mean? I've got no issues with that. You could hate me, you could like me, in the middle, whatever you want. Just come on the channel and support me. That's all I ask for. I don't want no money. I don't want nothing from you guys. Just come on, let's chat. I can no longer play football with those bad knees I've got. I'm too old for football now. And, talking about my football club is what I want to do, and I enjoy it. While we're top, let's support all the Liverpool channels as well. Let's all get together as a family and, get to somewhere these other channels that used to be, the teams, there's other channels that used to be successful. Their teams used to be successful in the past. Let's all get there together. Uncle Rod's, Footy Reacts, Ends, Sam, whatever you want to like. All of us got to stay together through this, man, because they will try to break us, man. That's what they're gonna do. But it's our reaction to that that's important, in my opinion. Don't fall for that trap. Don't fall for that trap. Then, when they tell you Florian Wirtz is shit, and then you personally attack him on social media, and he sees it, then it affects him on the pitch. Don't fall for that trap, because that's what they want you to do. Florian Wirtz is not bad, guys. Florian Wirtz will be a brilliant player. Florian Wirtz chose us over bigger clubs than anybody else. Not Liverpool, but anybody else. That's how much he believes in your football club. So you should believe in Florian Wirtz back in the same way, if you know what I mean. That's what we got to do as a fan base. He didn't want Real Madrid. He didn't want Bayern Munich. He wanted Liverpool. And Man City. Don't forget, Man City wanted him. As soon as he told Man City, nah, I'm not here in England for Man City. I'm here for Liverpool. You know what I mean? Remember before, guys? Everybody used to go to Man City over Liverpool. Everybody. But there's certain players that seen what Liverpool is all about, like Virgil van Dijk, Salah's and all that gave us the chance. And now, like, they're at Alisson as well. Don't forget Alisson. Alisson was on the verge of joining, I think, Real Madrid or Chelsea, wasn't he? Them two wanted him before us, until we came in and we took and he decided, just one chat with not Arne Slot, but Jurgen, and he decided to come to Liverpool. So this is the place. We're back on our perch, guys. You just have to accept it for where it is. And the football club, where it's at right now, not many teams can, touch us. But it just depends how we go. Like I said, support your players, man. Even if they're playing badly. I said Gakpo back the other day. He was terrible, I said, at times. At times. Not all the time. And he needs to improve, you know what I mean? Because what I've seen of Gakpo recently is when Diaz has disappeared, the guy was pushing him for that spot. He's relaxed more, thinking like, I'm going to play next game, so I don't need to perform, kind of thing. So he looks at a place in that 11 and he needs to start performing. But yeah, that's one thing we've got to do, guys. Like, we've got to back our players, man, because rivals are going to try to hurt us in some way for us to retaliate on our players. And that's what we don't want to do. Back your players, man. Back your players. But yeah, let me get to the press conference. I've got another thing with Tom Warner, man. But let me get to the chat before then. Welcome you beautiful people that support me. And I mean, it's the least I can do, guys. I can't offer you anything but a stream. That's all I could do, and have a debate with you guys and we discuss things. That's all I could do. I haven't got nothing else, and I don't need anything from you. Simple as that. Let me just pause that there. Let me see who's in the house first of all. Big up Clive as always, man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for always. Every time I come on and spontaneously, as I do, you, Trudon, Ravi, even Eric and John Conway. And now we've got a new member of our family, the Copfather. Big up, my guy. Appreciate you being on. Badro is back in the house as well. Haven't seen you for a bit, Badro. The guy who didn't believe in what I was telling him when I said Florian Wirtz is coming to Liverpool. Isak as well. I was hoping, Gahey was going to come through that door, but we tried, bro. The most important thing is it wasn't for the lack of trying. We did try. Just, unfortunately, that football club messed him about. And Abdu, of course. Abdu is a lovely, lovely guy, and support that brother, because sometimes he comes on the streams and he says things that he thinks we don't support him, but I will read his comments every single time, even if some people don't like that, because I love his dedication for the channel, and not only that, as a human being, he's always, giving you guys compliments in the comments as well. And support him, man. Support him. He's a lovely, lovely guy. I'm telling you. And I don't want him to be like always, saying nobody, supports me in any way and all that stuff. But I'll support you, bro. I'll support everybody. As long as you support Liverpool, I'm behind you, man. You don't need to worry about me, man. I've got your back, man. I've got your back. Big up Eid Mubarak as well. So yeah, let's see what Arne is saying. And I've got another surprise for you. Mr. Tom Warner's spoken finally. He's going to talk about everything at Liverpool. Jurgen, I think it was, the stadium, the Isak buy. So I'm taking that risk of showing you that. So we'll discuss it after this press conference, hopefully. Let's go. Let's go, Mr. Arne. Look at that smile, man. That's a smile of a genius. That's a smile of a guy who knows, he's going to win the league again and who's confident. Love that. Let's go. Oh, no.
Arne, you said the other night that you were surprised that Alexander...
Sorry, guys. Yeah.
Isak's fitness. So what are you thinking in terms of him being able to start this weekend, even though obviously you did tell us as well that he won't play the full 90 minutes?
No, and I don't think I tell the media a lot the day before the game how we start the game. So we had recovery yesterday. Actually, we're going to train this afternoon. So first of all, we have to see how they all feel. What I do know is that Alex did feel his body more maybe than ever before after the 60-minute he played. So let's see how he recovered, how he's recovered today, and then we're going to think about the lineup mainly today, and you will hear it then tomorrow.
It's a change to the routine as well because of the game on Wednesday. Obviously training later today because you usually train a bit earlier than that. Yeah. What's the thinking?
That has all to do with the early kickoff on Saturday. That we give them a little bit of extra time to recover, and one of the ways to recover really well is sleep, as we all know. So yeah, we had to play this week 3 games, which is something we have to do a lot, but it's not many times that you have to do this in 7 days. So Sunday, Wednesday, Saturday is not a schedule you see a lot. But yeah, it is what it is, and we play tomorrow, 12:30 kickoff.
When Alexander is fully match sharp, obviously Hugo Ekitike we know can play as a number 9 as well. What are you thinking is the best way to fit both of them into the side? Would you ever consider playing both of them together as a strike partnership, or you thinking Hugo would play more from the left if you're going to play both of them together?
Yeah, I consider, of course, because you consider many things, and it depends always on how well they are doing. So if both of them are in the best form of their life, you even consider more of playing them together. But it's also quite clear that we have a certain structure, which has mainly been 4-3-3, playing with 3 midfielders. But the amount of time, the end phase of the game, we've played with 2 9s. That has happened quite a lot as well. Hugo can indeed also play from the left, different than Cody or Rio do this. So yeah, we have, and that's the good thing about our squad, we have multiple options. But first of all, they all have to still fit for me to have these options. And if some of them are not fit, we might have to use them both in a 4-4-2, or that all depends on the form of them and how many players we have available. Because I think all of them are fit now, and I think I can choose between 21 players.
Wow!
So that's quite normal, isn't it? It's not that it's far too much.
I like that. You know what I mean? Like he admitted it. He said, like, I will play both of them if I have to. You know what I mean? In certain games as well. I like that. You know what I mean? What Liverpool play with is 4-3-3. So the 3 up front don't really have to defend a lot. So you could just make it more ultra. What do you call it? You could make it attacking football with them 3 being up front, and the rest of the teams behind them can do the defending for them as well. So. They listen. The head coach said it. Like, I'm not afraid to play all of them together at the same time as well. So it depends on the games as well. If we're struggling in certain games, you could just bring Ekitike off the bench, or if you're resting Isak, bring him off the bench, change the game with all of them playing at the same time as well. So yeah, I really like the options that we have at the football club, and You know, when people are trying to like, make us think, oh, you can't play all these players together. Our squad ain't that big. You know what I mean? Our squad is more thinner this season than last season. You know what I mean? So we had Jota, we had rest in peace, we had Nunes, we had Gakpo, we had Salah, we had Chiesa. You know what I mean? So we've had strikers, and Diaz. Don't forget about Diaz, who's played as a number 9 last season. So we've had a lot of strikers last season. We don't have that many this season. So when people try to tell us like, oh, how is he going to be settling in, and is he going to get mad? Is he going to get mad not playing? Forget about all that. It's just that's rival talk. But within our football club, we're not thinking like that. We're thinking about winning trophies. We're thinking about backing each other on the pitch. We're thinking about dominance. That's where we're at as a football club. So don't ever believe when these people start telling you how you're going to fit this in. Let me give you an example. Arsenal Football Club have 3 players in every position from 1 to 11. That squad is overstacked. That's a lot of players. There will be a time that team and their players are going to ask questions, why aren't I playing football? You know what I mean? That's a worry. Our one, we ain't got that big. We, like I said to you, we ain't that big. We're less than last season. So just chill, guys. Everyone has their part to play. We'll be fine. I'm happy. Everybody should be happy, in my opinion, as well. Sorry, man. My camera is the same. I've got this habit. I raise my arm and it moves. Oh my God, it's annoying. Really annoys me, this tracking thing. I wish I could just turn it off. I can't. Don't know how to do that. You know what I mean? You know what I mean, Addict? Don't know how to do that. There you go. There you go. That should be better. So yeah, I wouldn't worry about, how our squad, how our players are going to react to not playing and all that stuff. It's a lot of games, man. And we're only at the start of the season. Look at Ekitike. He's already had his moments. Salah is just coming now to take over those, to make his moments. So, sorry, and Isak is going to obviously take over to make his moments. Sorry about Salah's come back already. After that goal the other day, I'm back with Salah the way he was again, man. He's back to normality. He had a trim, that smooth haircut that he had last season that got him, the player of the season. He's back to that haircut now. So he's looking like Salah again. But as I said, Ekitike had his moment. Now Isak's going to have his moments. They're going to keep sharing that throughout the season. We can't play every player every game. It's impossible. It's impossible to the extent of, they could get injured, and we don't want to, have a, injury prone season. We don't want to go through things like that. That only comes about when you play players too much. If you look at, let me give you an example, Firmino was always available. What happened to him? As time went on, he started getting injured a lot. Why? Because he played a lot of games. And that's what we don't want, to happen to these youngsters that we have at our football club now. We've gotten younger. Average age is 23, 24, something like that. So just use them wisely. They've got enough energy, for rotation and, being available for certain games as well. I mean, whatever games we face, as long as we have the suitable players for that, I'm fine with it, man. If it's Ekitike that's going to start tomorrow and Isak is on the bench, I'm happy with that. If it's the other way around, I'm happy with that. That's where you should be as a football club. Instead of like listening to rivals, what is he going to play? What is he going to play? You bought him for 80 million, but he's on the bench. He bought him for over 100 million, but he's on the bench. Don't care about what your opinion is. I care about Liverpool Football Club. That's all. That's what I'm here for. And that's what you should be doing, guys, honestly. Trudon says, bad weather in Merseyside, the game might be postponed. Yeah, I've heard about that, but I'll wait until we hear it's postponed, bro. I think if we jump the gun, we're going to start panicking everywhere. So I think we'll just wait until they decide. Big up, Fuzzy. Yes, Mr. Eric. Big up, my brother. Night one for the first time in a long time. Welcome back. Big up, John Conway, as always, brother. Appreciate the support, as always, man. Big up, my man Fuzzy was on Mo's channel with you. Got good job, bro. Yeah, bro. Like, listen, let them, if they want to be debating. Listen, I don't know that KG guy. I've never met him. This is the first time I've seen him on the channel. I think Husam and him worked before, and their banter was great. But unless I know you, I can't banter with you. I mean, he doesn't know me, and I don't know him, so I can't really say my piece towards him. But if you want to talk about football, I'm willing to talk about football and explain what I'm all about. That is it. The banter inside, I leave it for the youngsters. You know what I mean? They think, talking about Liverpool being corrupted because we spent over 400 million. Let them think that, innit? Let them think that. But it's okay for Man United to spend over $1 billion down the years, and Man City and Arsenal and, all these other teams. It's okay for them to spend all that money down the years. The one moment Liverpool spend money is the end of the world. You know what I mean? Because we were smart. You know what you say when Liverpool did what they did this summer? It's a calculated step. I'll tell you why it's a calculated step. Because they waited for that moment. They waited for the moment those other teams can't spend that much as well. That's a smart move. Very smart. Don't ever forget that, guys. And give me a hell yeah for that.
Hell yeah! I said, give me a hell yeah!
They are only jealous. They are only jealous because they couldn't do that themselves. That's the difference. Liverpool just buyed it. They just waited. They waited to pounce. When is the right moment to spend that money? And we did it at the right time. That's the jealousy from the rival fans. So don't ever be, fooled by these people, because they can't do it, because they are under the PSR, investigations and all that stuff, and they can't really overspend. That's why they're jealous, man. That's the whole point. I mean, we waited for a couple of years. We just waited for the right moment. We even skipped the transfer to get to this transfer. Come on, people, man. Come on. Winning mentality. That's what it's all about, Eric. You know what I mean? And we've got that in abundance now. When I go into games now, bro, and the game is a draw, like 2-2, 3-3, and all that stuff, I don't worry, because I know we will score the winning goal eventually. I mean, that's how confident we are now. We always keep the score similar. And then when it's the right moment to pounce, we do it. As long as there's minutes on the board, we're fine, man. We're fine. If it's 2-2, 5 minutes extra time, we're fine. And this is what's angering everybody else. And that's why they're jealous. I ain't worried, man. I ain't worried about my football club. Big up, Ends, man. Big up, my brother. I hope you're okay, man. I could see you in the chat, man. Haven't seen you. I can't remember the last time I've seen you, man. For a bit, innit? Always supportive, bro. I always support you, bro. Continue with the great work that you're doing on your channel, bro. Big up, my guy. Love everything else. I watch on your channel all the time. So even though you think I don't, I do watch it, bro. I watch all of you guys. I don't miss any shows, man. Big up, Oliver, my guy. Big up, man. Big up, Mr. Bloody JK. Big up, man. Oh, guys, just to let you know, I spoke to Mr. Nurabeats yesterday. He's all right, man. My brother is all right, because he had a few issues, obviously, and he's getting better. Let me just put it that way. I don't want to give you too much details, but he's all right, guys. If you want to know where Nurabeats is, he hasn't been on the channel for a while. I don't really force people to come on the channel if they can't, you know what I mean? And that's how I've always been. And speaking to him yesterday for the first time in a long time, I'm happy like he reached out and he's okay. Let me just put it that way with Nurabis. Always Ends, man. Always big up. Pick up Mr. JK. I love seeing you, bro. Scarcely, who's in Liverpool, just told me that the weather is okay. It isn't raining or windy. What the hell is going on? London was like a summer place today, man. I was walking around with my t-shirt on at work, man. What the hell is going on in Liverpool, man? Why is it always like this? It's always the Merseyside derby as well. Last season, remember? We're supposed to face them, but could have been a blessing. We could have probably lost that game, but we drew it. We played it. We played it eventually, you know what I mean? So, yeah. I think we'll be all right tomorrow. I have that feeling.
The Merseyside derby, how do you see the City rivalry with Everton? How do you compare as well the current Everton with the Everton that you faced last season?
No, when we faced them last season, they had a very good spell as well. And it wasn't a spell because they just kept on going with that. And into this season again, also, I think they made some good signings. Oh. One of them is, of course, a player on loan that was worth 100 million in the past. Not maybe still, but someone paid 100 million for him, and he's doing so well for them, Jack Grealish. So good team. Indeed, there is rivalry, but what I also liked, and I want to emphasize in this moment maybe on that as well, what they did when Jogo passed away, coming to Anfield, and be there. I think it was the captain and a few of the, and of course they showed their respect on sports director to sports director and all these kind of things. So. In these moments of times, it's so nice to see that in those tragedies, the rivalry is still there, but the respect towards both is also there.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, looking forward to the game tomorrow, because it's every Anfield game is special, but this derby is even more special.
Thank you very much. I know, obviously.
Yeah, listen, Everton are in a good moment at the moment. Obviously, they're winning games, and Jack Grealish has been phenomenal. Let me just put it that way. He's got the freedom off the park now, you know what I mean, considering the tactical side of the game he was playing with Man City, that didn't really show the best of his ability. But now you look at Jack Grealish, it's like he's being himself again. And you know what I love about this? We no longer have to go to Goodison anymore. You know what I mean, guys? Like that Goodison part, that small pitch, that tight pitch, that pitch like we couldn't like move across or anything like that. It's finally gone, man. Now they've got a better stadium, massive pitch that you could, spread the game some way, somehow to win and all that stuff. No more deep line defending that's difficult, you know what I mean, and all that stuff. So, yeah, it's good to see that. So I honestly think having a pitch like that now can make the Merseyside, derbies at their ground better, because that tight pitch always used to bother me. And it used to cause a lot of injuries, as I remember as well, guys. Yeah, but yeah, long may it continue. But this is Anfield, is a different thing. And with Everton and Liverpool coming up tomorrow, hopefully the game will go ahead. We're in a good moment. They are in a good moment. I just hope they don't come into Anfield to do the deep line defending as well, like everybody else. But you could see it happening, unfortunately. I could see us winning as well. But big up, You Never Walk Alone Fans TV. Sorry, bro. Big up, Fuzzy brother. Big up the chat. Everybody like the stream. Can't wait for the derby. Thinking 2-1 tomorrow. Close game. I think so as well, bro. I think, 2-1. But I honestly think as well the defense wants clean sheets again, because they kept clean sheets the game before the 2 games before the Champions League, the Arsenal game and the Burnley game. It's just unfortunate the way, we conceded another 2 goals against Atletico Madrid. So I honestly think they want to get back to that. And the way Arne Slot talked about, the games after the Atletico Madrid game, that we concede goals and all that stuff, he said we're going to correct it now because it's becoming too familiar. It's becoming too often. And he's 100% right. The games we play, there's just too many goals going in, and we can't have that as a norm, if you know what I mean. So it could start tomorrow. Could be 2-0, and then we push on from there. I really hope so. I really, 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 really hope so. Big up Lewis Kid, my guy, man. How are you? I hope you're okay. Always, bro. Always for you guys, man. Yeah, Nunabits, bro. He's my brother, innit? We've got to support him, man. I'll support everybody else as well. Like someone just I think it was Eric at Fozzy. Have you heard from Scottish Bear lately? I hope he is doing well. Bro, I see Scottish Bear here, and I don't see, there's no connection other than the chat with Scottish Bear. So I hope he's okay, bro. I really do, because he helps me out a lot on here. He helps, I think, Ends and everybody else in their channels as well, from what I see. Uncle Rods and Quasi and all them lot as well. So yeah, listen, I'll check on him. I'll check it with the guys that actually are close to him as well. See if he's okay, because I haven't seen him for a bit. I think he came on a couple of days ago for a bit and then he disappeared again. I just hope he's okay, man. I really do, because he's a lovely guy, and he's always here, man. When I don't see that regulars on here, guys, it's difficult for me, to go on, because I've got this regular guys on here are always supportive. And yeah, if I don't see you guys, I'll always ask about you, from other avenues, as you guys know already. I was talking about Redbird, and he just reappeared. I thought something happened to Redbird for a bit, and then he reappeared on the channel recently, and I'm glad he's okay. I'm not asking you guys to come on here every day, but as long as you guys are okay, that's all we want to know. Just put a chat on there, all is good, and that's it. I mean, that's all you have to do for us. And we don't ask for more, really. That's all. Big up Eid Mubarak. No cap. Liverpool without him. Better. Dominic is a better than him in CAM. So attacking midfielder. You're talking about Mac. I hope you're talking about Mac. I think Mac is carrying an injury. If you're talking about McAllister, he's carrying an injury, bro. Something is not right with him. The guy's played too much football down the years, and he does need, time to recover, and of course, our love and support, man. Because you're forgetting last season, McAllister and Gravenberch are the winning double pivot for Liverpool Football Club as well. Yeah. But yeah, Dominic is Dominic, innit? Dominic has been phenomenal this season. And I did say in the beginning of the season, you're going to see a different Dominic this season, because Florian Wirtz coming in and taking his spot as a number 10 can, make other players play better, because they're going to think, oh, someone's here to take my place. I'm not going to, lose my place and all that stuff. So since Florian Wirtz has been here, in my opinion, Dominic Szoboszlai has been phenomenal. So there you go. 100%. Big up Lee Whiskey. I could see your comments, man. 100%. Let me just check it out. Where are we here? Malcolm, welcome to the channel. I'm a Scouser, Evertonian. Are you going game tomorrow? No, I've got work, bro. I got life of things to do at the moment, man. I've just come back from Turkey. I'm here now. Next month, I'm going to Saudi. So going to football, I have to cool it. But I have been, obviously, in the beginning of the season. Now I just got to cool it because I've got a lot of stuff to do. I'm back at work, and obviously going to Saudi next month. So I've got a lot of things to do, my guy. Football, it's just watching from TV at the moment. Yeah, but big up Malcolm, man. I can't say good luck to you, but maybe after the game. Happy birthday, man, Lee Whiskey. Happy birthday! Oh goodness me! Happy birthday, Lee. Very good. Thanks. Started my 55th birthday celebration at the start of the week. Congratulations! Let me give you a happy birthday, bro. I can't give it to you in a way you want, but fireworks for Lee Whiskey, man. The fireworks. Yeah, let's go. There you go. That's for you, bro. Fireworks. Congratulations, man. 55. Yeah, man. That's a great age to reach, man. Congratulations, my brother. Congratulations, man. We're happy for you, man. We are happy for you, Lee Whiskey. Let's get back to Arne's slot, then I'll get to the chat.
The rivalry and respect is always there between these two teams, but I just wonder how you felt being part of this fixture last season, and how it differed maybe to other atmospheres and other rivalries that you felt before in your career.
No, it differed, if that is the right English words to use. What I like so much here in England is that no matter how much rivalry there is between us and Everton, or between us and United, or if we're going to go to Newcastle with the whole Isaac story going on, the fans can just be together. So when we arrived at Newcastle, I saw 10 Liverpool shirts, and I saw many Newcastle shirts, by the way, but the 10 Liverpool shirts could just stand in between the Newcastle fans. That is impossible in Holland. So that is something really special what you have over here now, and I hope you can keep this for many years to come. So yes, there's rivalry. Yes, both fans are so passionate for their own teams, but they respect each other as well. And that for me is the main difference, because if Ajax plays against Feyenoord, away fans are not allowed anymore. So that tells you how terrible that situation is. So yes, and it makes it so much nicer if both fans are there. And that's what's going to happen tomorrow. And I hope that this is going to continue for as long as football is played here in England.
obviously last season it was all first. It was the first Merseyside derby. It was the first Merseyside derby at Anfield for you. This time around it's slightly different. So have you had a chance to sort of feel the build-up in the city to see how people react to this game? Is it a bit different in that way?
Honest answer is no, I haven't seen this because we had to play Wednesday evening. And that was quite an important game for us as well, and a special game. So then yesterday we had some recovery. You go home, watch a few Champions League games, and now I'm sitting here in front of you. So no, you don't feel this because you don't come into the city and feel what is happening. But we all know how special this game is, and the moment we walk into the stadium tomorrow, or when we arrive with the bus, those are the moments you truly feel what it means to the fans. But we don't even need that moment to understand how important this game is.
Mike?
Hi, Arne. How do you go about preparing? It looks like you'll have a few derby debutants in this game tomorrow. So how do you go about preparing your players who haven't played in a Merseyside derby for this sort of occasion that maybe even the intensity took you by surprise when you became part of the Liverpool setup? Because it is different, isn't it? I mean, do you get the players to instruct their colleagues, or is it advice from you?
Nah, I've experienced the away game as something different than I've experienced before in all the other away games we've played. But I think Newcastle away felt for me similar as Everton away last season. So it's not for the first time these players play this game, and for the new ones, it's not for the first time they play in circumstances where there's a lot of rivalry, where there's a lot of intensity in the game, a lot of tackles being made. So, but I think, yes, the focus should also be on the rivalry, but it should also be on what we need to do to win that game, and that is being intense, that is winning the duels, but that's definitely also going to be playing good on the ball. And playing good when we don't have the ball, be intense. And it's again going to be a difficult game because they have many good players. I don't know exactly what they're going to do. Is it going to be like last season when we faced them, a lot of long balls, where this season I've seen them playing out from the back many times really well. Maybe also because they've brought in some very talented and good players that can play both styles. So we have to prepare them for that. And of course, maybe Virgil, Mo, these kind of players will tell the new ones what they can expect. But we are not talking about rookies. And it's not like these players play the first time in a full stadium or in the first time in these kind of games. If you talk about Florian, he's played so many special games in his career already that, and I can come up with all the others as well. That yes, it's special, but it's not miles of other special games they've played.
Mo Salah's been breaking.
I think, this game tomorrow is going to be a bit of both for Everton. I don't think they're going to be, playing open, expansive football. They're going to play a bit of both, like defensive and try to attack more, because it's the beginning of the season, if you know what I mean, guys. If this was at the end of the season, maybe that Everton that we saw last season that was making horrendous challenges on us is going to be obviously playing. But because of the change of the football club style recently in regards to, moving to new stadiums, and their players are playing with a structure of, a bit of defending and a bit of attacking together, I think this is what we're going to get tomorrow. And I don't expect to see tough challenges or anything like that. Am I worried about Everton? Listen, if Jack Grealish plays the way he's been playing recently, Drewsbury Hall, what's his name? Drewsbury Hall, innit? That's how they say his name. Them two linking up the way they've been linking up recently, and some of the other players doing their bits. It's gonna be trouble at times. Let me just put it that way. It ain't gonna be a cakewalk. If everybody's gonna think because this is Liverpool are so superior, it's gonna be a cakewalk tomorrow. It's not gonna be that type of game. And I think because it's a Merseyside derby, form goes out the window. Just like that. Remember last season? Look at that game Man United played against Newcastle in midweek. Newcastle absolutely battered them at Old Trafford. And so much so, Newcastle did mercy on Man United in the second half. They just told Man United, "I feel so sorry for you. Just go and attack us, and we do the defensive side of the game." That's how that's that's how that game went. If you know what I mean. So yeah, and then Man United came to Anfield the next game, and then we drew with Man United at home. If you know what I mean, I think it was a 1-1, and Man United nearly won it at the end with Maguire hitting it over the crossbar. That's what I'm saying, guys. When is a rivalry, form goes out the window. So I don't expect Everton to come to Anfield and because we're the better team, they're gonna give us most of the ball and we're gonna do whatever we want. They're gonna have their moments, man. They're gonna have their moments. It's gonna be a difficult game. I still think that, and form goes out the window, man. I know we're superior to them as a football club, but when it's a rivalry, form goes out the window. Don't ever believe that what people tell you. Oh, Liverpool are so good. They're so far ahead of everybody. It's going to be an easy game for them. Nah. Derbies, respect goes out the window in regards to that. It's always going to be difficult. Like I said to you about the Newcastle game. Newcastle battered Man United. I remember that week. They battered them in midweek. And Man United came to Liverpool. And that was a different Man United that got battered in midweek. And they got a draw. And that was one of the games we was all worried, thinking, shit, we dropped a point. Like, we dropped a couple of points here that could affect us in the league. Arsenal could catch up. And then we started having to go at Trent because of the contractual issues, as I remember, and the way he played. He was the worst player on the pitch. Couldn't give 2 passes to his own players. So, yeah. When it's rivalry, guys, as I said to you about the Newcastle Man United game, Man United Newcastle game, whatever, which way you want to go, goes out the window, man. When Man United came to Liverpool, they were a different team compared to the team that faced Newcastle a few days before. So, yeah, we just got to prepare, man. Just got to prepare ourselves and be more like cautious and just don't concede goals, man. Just make sure like we do our best in defending. We do our best in obviously keeping the ball. That's one thing I don't like about Liverpool recently. We lose the balls too easily, which results into counter-attacks. When it results to counter-attacks, majority of the time there's chances on goal, and sometimes it's a goal. And that's what I don't want. I just want us to be more careful with possession. And that's something the top teams always have. You know what I mean? And if we're heading towards that direction of being, the number one team, that's one of the things we've got to improve on, possession keeping. McAllister is one guy that irritates me with the possession. Even last season, I got to be real. He loses the ball too easily, man. And some of his passes is like he's only playing with one eye. I'm thinking to myself, bro, like your player is there and you're passing to them. Like how? That's impossible. And you're a technical player. You know what I mean? So things like that has to improve during the season. I'm willing, obviously, to win games by odd goal, 2-0. Yeah, I don't mind that in the beginning of the season because I've always said it. The beginning of the season is when you find yourself, and then eventually you become the complete team once time goes on. I don't mind that happening in the beginning because at the beginning I don't think points matters until the crucial part of the season, if you know what I mean. So there's always 2 parts to the season, guys. The first part is when you're finding yourself. The second part, you should be there already. And you're already, on the way to winning the league title. That's how it is in the both parts. So, yeah, we've got to improve, man. Possession keeping, that's something key in my opinion. And that's something we've got to improve on. It really, really frustrates me sometimes when we give it so easily for a team that doesn't at times like to defend, because if we like to defend, we're not going to concede goals, like 2 goals in every game, do we? Let's be honest there, guys. We do. You know what I mean? It's just 2 clean sheets we kept at the 5 games we played. Okay, let me give you the games if I can remember. Bournemouth, 2 goals. Newcastle, 2 goals. Arsenal kept a clean sheet. Burnley kept a clean sheet. Atletico Madrid 2 goals. So only 2 games at the 5 we kept clean sheets in. Yeah, and if there you go, people, like the balance has to be there, if you know what I mean. And what frustrates me, and I keep telling you guys about it, is 1 minute the defense is the best thing on the pitch and the attack is rubbish. Next minute the attack is the best thing on the pitch and the defense is rubbish. Where is that balance? That's what I want to know. When are we going to connect? Defense good, attack good. That's what I want to see. That's all I'm asking for. But yeah, big up Abdul. What you say? Man United fans growing up has gone silent now. I was getting bullied when I was young in school and playing Man United. Hopefully you got your own back, bro. Now, you could get your own back too. Make sure you take the piss out of them, as we are all doing. The best thing about it is, bro, when Man United were the best, was YouTube around? Hell no. There was nothing like YouTube. There was nothing like this social media that we have now. Now we could take the piss out of them, plus get the clips out at the same time, if you know what I mean, and enjoy it. That's what we can do to them. They couldn't do that to us. It was all behind closed doors back in the day. Nobody knew Fuzzy, was getting upset, almost crying every day. Nobody knows that. You know what I mean? Until I just ratted myself out now. Damn. But you know how it is, guys. You know how it is. Yeah, let's get back to Arne, man. What is he saying?
Breaking records for Liverpool. He's been phenomenal since the day he walked through the door, and he contributes with goals and assists even when he's not at his best. But you could sense maybe the first few games of the season an element of frustration from Mo that he wasn't able to get at his best. But I think we saw maybe for the first time this season he was beginning to sparkle and contribute in an all-round sense. How encouraged are you by that? And what do you think that could maybe add in the coming weeks?
Now, for me, when you are a great player, you still attribute to the team if you don't play well. So many players can attribute goals or assists when they play well, but not a lot of them can attribute something to the team when they don't play well. And with attribute, I mean goals and assists. So they can always give their work rate. But this is what stands out with Mo, I think, even, and which is normal, especially if you're a winger. It's so difficult to always be creative or always be the player he was at Atletico Madrid. But if he's not that player, which is normal, then he still has goals and assists. And I think that is why the fans love him so much and why he's so highly regarded and respected. Because a lot of players can play good when the team plays good or when they play good themselves, but not a lot can do special things when they are not at their best. And that is what he can, and that's what makes him so special, I think. But I prefer to see him like he was in the Atletico game. He was very much involved. That was also very positive. So the Newcastle game, there was hardly ball in play, so it's difficult for every player to be special. But now we played so many balls to him. He was so much involved, touched the ball so many times. Florian find him so many times. So it was that was a joy to watch, to see him like that. But if we don't see him like that, he's still able to score goals, and that's what makes him special, I think.
Thank you.
Listen, Mo Salah, doubt him, and then he'll come back even stronger. That's how Mo Salah is, guys. It doesn't matter what age it is. This guy is still performing in the highest level. What I loved about him in the game against Atletico Madrid was the link-up play with Florian Wirtz, the link-up play with Isak, and the link-up play, obviously, with Szoboszlai in the midfield as well, and Gravenberch, who set him up for the goal. So, with Mo, guys, what I've noticed, especially in the Atletico game, as I just said, is he was the Mo Salah of old in that game. I'll tell you why I say that. Normal circumstances, Mo Salah gets marked by 2 players, 3 players at times because they know the goals are coming from him. Isak being on the pitch took a lot of pressure off the wide players, Gakpo and Salah. What I've seen of Salah in that game was Salah of old. You look at his goal, through ball from 1-2, so with Gravenberch, through ball from Gravenberch, run onto it, 3 players in the box. The only way they could have brought him down is to bring, is obviously to give a penalty away, but they didn't. He pushed them all aside and placed it with his left foot, right hand side of the goalkeeper, side netting. That's Mo Salah in a nutshell. Normally, another thing I saw in the game, and I'm sure you guys did, we haven't seen for a long time, is when he cuts in from the right hand side and tries to curl it in the top corner, as he did for many years with Firmino, Mane, and Salah. He did that again, but he didn't score this time. This is what I'm trying to tell you guys. The guy is gonna score like he used to again. Those top corner curler, those top corner curlers that he used to do. Because the pressure is off once Isak is on the pitch. They're gonna share all those players that's marking around the pitch now. They're not gonna just concentrate on Salah anymore. They're gonna go around the pitch because there's so many qualities. If you mark Salah, there's Florian Wirtz. If you mark Florian Wirtz, there's Isak. If you mark Isak, there's Gakpo. If you mark Gakpo, there's Szoboszlai. If you mark Szoboszlai, there's Gravenberch. There's always someone. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. And it's frightening for the rest of the Premier, just the rest of the football. Let me just put it that way. When I saw Salah doing that stuff again, the goal he scored and the curlers again in the top corner, as he did against Alisson versus Roma, as you guys remember that time, that's frightening, if you know what I mean. Which means spaces are opening. And I did say this in the beginning of the season, and I don't think people really clocked onto that. When the pressure's off of certain players, they're going to do more. They're going to do more because everybody's talking about, is Salah going to be like last season? Is Salah? No, he ain't going to be like last season because he will have more rest now. He will be more of a threat. You know what I mean? So when you got quality around you, that means you don't need to do everything. Share it and be more frightening that way. And that's what I can see with this team, man. Sick, man. I couldn't believe he almost scored that curler in the top corner again the other day. I was just out of my chest. Is he back to that Salah? The one that was with Bobby and Mane? Come on, man. Come on, man. Let's talk about that, man. Let's talk about that. Crazy. Big up, TD, man. I haven't seen you for a bit. I hope you're okay, brother. I hope you're okay, my guy. I really hope. Amish, what are you saying? So Amrish. Sorry, Amrish, what are you saying? Big up. Gakpo has space, but did nothing. He worries me a bit. Is there any possibilities that Rio starts for a game? Gakpo needs some competition for me. He should do better. First of all, he should do better. I agree with you 100%. Because since Diaz has been away, it doesn't look like he feels there's competition for his place. But I've got a feeling Rio is an impact player. And I did say that in the beginning of the season. I think we're putting too much pressure on young Rio to the point of if we start him and he has a bad game, have you guys seen the way they reacted towards Dan's last season after the PSV game? Everybody wanted Dan to start in the last few seasons. Everybody was comparing him to this, to that, to this. He had one bad game against PSV. Does anyone talk about Dan's anymore? Hell no. So this is why we need to be careful with Rio. Just keep that kid as an impact player for now. There will be a time we're gonna need him to start games, and he's gonna become a regular player at Liverpool Football Club. But this is not the time. Cups, I'll give him all that stuff. But pressured games, leave him alone, man. Just leave the kid alone because he could do damage to himself mentally, psychologically, and the modern day fans, they're not forgiving either. So we don't want to put him in a predicament of dance, as I saw last season. We gave up on dance, people. Nobody talks about dance anymore. Dance does not exist anymore. One stage, dance was, compared to Harry Kane, the future Harry Kane, the Scouser Harry Kane. And all of a sudden, nobody speaks about dance anymore. Do you want the same to happen to Rio? Think about it, man. Let the guy improve. Let the guy find his way at Liverpool Football Club. Let the guy find his way to the top. Just relax, everybody, man. Just relax. Big up. What are you saying? What are you saying, bro? Big up, mate. What are you saying? How you been? I'm good. I was talking about Rod. Sorry, he's all good, bro. Big up, Eric. It's what? Happy birthday for tomorrow, tough sir. I didn't know it was your birthday, bro. Happy birthday, my guy. Happy birthday. I could be back tomorrow and then I'll celebrate your birthday as well. But happy birthday in advance, tough sir, man. Big up, my bro. Big up, my bro. Have a good one, mate. Okay, everybody's saying it. Sorry, guys, I just missed the whole thing. Please subscribe to Uncle Rod's. Great content creator. You guys are missing out. Let me just put it that way. Always, bro. Always Lewis Kid, man. Anytime, my guy. Anytime. Anytime, man. We pray just our players don't get injured tomorrow. Everyone knows Everton going to kick us off the park. It's too early for that, isn't it, bro? We'll see. We'll see. I ain't scared of Everton. No way. Let me see what TD saying. The problem, mate, is we have two big problems. One, inability to put teams to bed when we are up 2 goals, and we did this 3 games. We went. Hang on. We went to. If you're talking about the games, bro, I can't understand the other bit. We rent to be lax, mate, once we go up instead of... We want to relax. Okay. Oh, I get what you mean. Yeah, you would... The thing is, bro, each time we go 2 goals up, we sit back and told the team to come on to us, which it's really bad, in my opinion. And that's what we have to improve on as a football club. I'm sick to death of like going 2 up and then we go back. And I think Arne Slot has alluded to that after the game, as I saw him in his, the match reaction. He did say it. He did say like there's something we've got to do about, scoring 2 goals and then conceding goals after that. And I believe him. I think they're going to analyze the game consistently. It's going to be like when I was a coach, to make players not do it again. What I used to do is like, I used to mention it to them. I used to, analyze the game, show them videos of what they did wrong. And I did it continuously until they get it right, if you know what I mean. So they don't want to keep coming back to see what they did wrong again and again and again and again, if you know what I mean. So that's what he needs to do with the players. Make sure they don't do those mistakes again. Because if you look at the goals we concede, why do we concede those goals? Because we're too relaxed. We're too relaxed. We let them shoot because we've got Alisson in goal, and it shouldn't be like that. Alisson can be, scored against. Alisson is not invisible. He might be the best goalkeeper, but he's not invisible. You still got to try to stop that shot, if you know what I mean. And the way Atletico Madrid the other day just went through our defense like we wasn't there in the first one, although it shouldn't have been a goal because one of their players was in front of our goalkeeper, and I don't know what VAR they were using, but that stopped. Obviously, he got hit in front of Alisson, and the vision for the ball wasn't there anymore. So I don't know what they were watching in the VAR. I really don't know, man, because that's part of the rules of the game. If a guy is offside and stopping the goalkeeper seeing the ball, that means he's offside, and that's what they didn't like look at. And even in the commentary, they said it. They said like if this is given, is a shock, and they gave it. No, I don't even think they waited. Actually, as soon as the goal went in, all I remember is I heard the whistle after that. The game restarted, if you know what I mean. And then you look at the second goal. He shot from outside the box, and McAllister was like far away from him, if you know what I mean. And then he took a deflection from McAllister and went over Alisson. Alisson actually nearly got to it as well. So if McAllister was further up, stopping the ball before it gets shot, you're not even going to get hurt if you're worried about you getting hurt. You know what I mean? Just stop the ball from going up. Get closer to the player. And that's what we don't do enough of, in my opinion. Arsenal are good at that. A lot of teams are good at that, apart from us. We are always too far away from players for them to take a shot. And it becomes a consistent thing for some reason. It's always consistent. And it's frustrating me every single time I see that. It is honestly gonna. I'm honest about it, guys. Like, I have to say that we have to, as a team, find that love for defending, and I don't think we found that just yet. Everybody has to defend, guys. It's not always about the back four. We're always blaming Van Dijk, Frimpong, Konate, Kirkes, Robertson, Bradley. We're always blaming them, but the best teams, the defending starts from the front. You know what I mean? To the midfield, to the defense, and to the goalkeeper. That's how it's supposed to be. What was so good about our record goal scorer, Ian Rush, defending from the front? What did Ian Rush bring to Liverpool Football Club? League titles within league titles, Champions Leagues, everything else with it as well. So that's how you do it. The whole team has to be humble enough to win the ball back some way, somehow, and put their bodies on the line, man. I've seen it so many times from Arsenal and these other teams. They throw themselves at the ball for the ball not to hit the net. That's why Raya looks good. You know what I mean? If Raya was at Brentford again, he would be conceding a lot of goals because they don't defend like Arsenal. That's the difference. You need that defense, man. And it starts from the front. And that's what we don't do enough of, in my opinion. Just look at the goals we conceded. Too easy, man. Too easy. And it's frustrating me whenever I see it, to be fair. Let me see what else is there. Two teams will do what Burnley did. Teams will do what Burnley did. 8 defenders and play dirty, aka Maka tackle, and try to get the point of you. Yeah, teams are going to do that, bro. Look at it this way, TD. The season we was champions, what happened? The best players got injured. We got battered at Everton. I remember 7 goals to something they scored in that game. Sorry, not Everton, sorry. Aston Villa, away. They scored about 7 goals. Adrian was in goal. Gomez was making a mistake. So was Van Dijk. It was just awful. And then what happened? We faced Everton. Thiago got injured. Virgil was out for the season. Thiago didn't come back the same. Right? It took him a while to get back to what he was. It was just all over the place, bro. Like, it's just one injury after another. And as the season went on, Gomez got injured. Matip got injured. We brought Henderson and Fabinho into defense. I set a back pairing. Didn't work. We got that Kabak at the back. I don't even know who partnered him at the time. Didn't work. Then we brought on Reece Williams and Phillips at the back. Nat Phillips. That's who we got at the back. And then we went on a run and made it to the Champions League spot. We was hoping to get 4th, but we got 3rd. You know what I mean? So it's one of those things when you're champions, bro. Like, every team is gonna try to, injure your players. It's a norm. It happens to everybody. It happens to City. It happens to Man United in the past. It happens to Chelsea in the past. It happened to Arsenal in the past. It's just a part and parcel of how English football is, unfortunately. And that's what worries me when I'm watching certain games. I just hope it doesn't start tomorrow. Everton start going for our players and all that stuff. But when you're champions, mate, you're the one they want to bring down by any means necessary. And we have to find a way, like, to learn from that season when that happened to us, because that should have been the progression season. You know what I mean? You win the Premier League, next season you retain it, and then you build from there. That's how it should have been, but unfortunately it wasn't. Pandemic and all that stuff, and of course the injuries happened with Matip and Van Dijk and Gomez at the back. And we kept on getting these other centre backs. It didn't work out until they finally realised we've got two centre backs at the club, which is Reece Williams and Nat Phillips. And we went on a 10-game run. I think it was only 10 games to go, and then we finished in the top 3. Yeah, but yeah, just remember that though, guys. Like when you're champions, everybody's gonna come for you. They're gonna try break your legs. They're gonna try injure you for the whole season. That's how it is, and especially being Liverpool as well. It's always going to happen.
Hi. The two themes of the season have been scoring late goals and conceding 2-0 leads from 2-0 up. I'm just wondering, on that respect, the sort of conceding the goals, have you seen any similarities between each of those occasions, or are they all individually different in terms of getting in a position where you're so strong and then letting it slip?
Yeah. Nah, we've only played 5 games, so then it's difficult to see something for the long term in it. So yes, we've twice we gave away a 2-0 lead. Completely different when you see the goals. Against Bournemouth, we were too open maybe. We missed Ryan in that position in the midfield, so they could just go all the way to our goal and score 2 counter-attacking goals. I don't think Atletico scored 2 counter goals, 2 goals from transition. So you cannot compare that, but it's it's not ideal that if you have a 2-0 lead twice, we gave it away. So this is something we definitely have to improve. As many other things we have to improve. But the positive thing about it is also that then if we feel the urgency again, we're able to score a goal. But this is definitely something we talk about, that a 2-0 lead, because you can run out of energy or run out of steam towards the end of the season if you every game mentally and physically have to go all the way to the end to win a game of football. So it's never a good idea to keep on doing this, but yeah, if we need it, I still hope we can do it.
Do you think that when you get to, when it gets 2-0 up, there's almost an element of trying to maybe protect themselves or just manage the situation rather than, I mean, obviously you want to go on and score more goals, but at 2-0, is there a risk that I think that it's done?
Yeah, that's funny that you say so, because we got criticised a bit that when we were 2-0 up against Bournemouth, we were still attacking with 12 players in the 18-yard box of the other team. Mm-hmm. So that tells you that we don't back off, we don't go slower, we just keep on going. And I think that's why we always play at 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock for the Champions League and never at 6:45, because everybody wants to look Liverpool, because it's so nice to see them play. They always keep on going. We always keep on going. And they in the past, by the way, as well. With they, I mean Liverpool. And there was the same against Atletico Madrid. We created so many chances against Madrid compared to other games we played this season, that we were not trying to keep the lead. We were trying to make it 3-1 or trying to make it 3-0. And so, yeah, maybe we should in some moments be a bit more composed or calm. But I like that mentality that we have.
Hi Arne. We spoke last season a few times about how us in the media can be a bit too fixated on results in comparison to performances. But when there are things that aren't quite as they should be, such as the 2-0 leads, do you find it somehow easier to be perhaps critical with your players internally, at least, when the results are still coming?
No, I don't think media is too fixed on that. I think everyone in football is fans, players. We are all fixed on results, because we don't have results, then next week someone else is sitting here. So that's maybe a bit too early. But this is how the industry works. So that's not only the media. But it does definitely help that if you still win games, that you can then also point out things that you have to improve. That 9 out of 10 times works better than when you lose many games of football and you're constantly telling them what they have to improve. So mainly what you do as a manager is if you lose games, then you try to emphasize on the positives as well, where if you lose games, you also emphasize on the positive, but you definitely also tell them what you have to improve. So yeah, it's I prefer the situation of winning the games and then pointing out that we can still improve things compared to losing games and being positive.
Case Jones going to be back in the fray.
In the
Squad.
In the fray?
In the fray.
Oh, nice. Is that a Scouse word? English. Okay. He's back in the fray. In the squad, I would say.
Any more for the breakout? No?
Cheers, Arne. Thank you.
Yeah.
That was a good press conference. I mean, like he explained everything, like in regards to, you know, how to win games. Obviously, the conceding the goals and being 2 goals up and then losing the 2 goals. So he made it clear, guys. It's just how we improved during the season. That's what he kept on referring to, and I like that about our head coach. As I said many times, the guy has plans on the pitch. Some of the goals I watched this season is like something you do in training, if you know what I mean. And the way we scored, like against Newcastle, the way players have put themselves in certain areas and making those passes is something you do in the training ground. Honestly, you look at the Rio goal. Before the Rio goal, the passes we made, the positions the players taken up, and the first time pass across the obviously the box from Salah, and the dummy from Szoboszlai, and then Rio scoring in the last minute of the game is something planned, man. This is like something they do behind closed doors, and this guy knows what he's doing. This is why we're scoring important goals on a consistent basis, because it looks like, you know, it's something that's been drummed into the players and they trained for, and I like it. Really, really like it. But what are you saying? What are you saying in the chat, guys? Slot have prepared us for physical teams. I can see we have improved our aggressive. I can't say that word. It's aggressive side versus these teams. I feel that only Maka verse is not physically fit. Jones, Grav, Sobo are so on it. Maka is, as I said earlier, bro. It has some issues. I can see it's not the Maka that we saw last season. The way people are, you know, having a go at Maka, I think it's completely wrong, because he's either carrying an injury or he's been overplayed. Remember, it was Maka and Gravenberch that won you the league. It wasn't Maka and you know, someone else. It was Verts. I mean, Maka and Verts. It wasn't like Gravenberch or Verts together that won you the Premier League. It was Maka and Gravenberch in that midfield. So be patient, believe in him. He will get better. And I think, in my opinion, what I see of, you know, players when they play for big teams, when it counts the most is the second part of the season. Let me give you an example. Man United, when they were at their best, we start with Man United, we move to Arsenal and the rest. When they were at their best, what did they used to do? They used to like play fringe players in the beginning. And then what happened? At a certain point of the season, when they needed the points, the important players turned up. And that's how I see they're treating Maka this season. They're not going to put too much on him. They're not going to put him on the pitch and tell him, you know, Tyre, you're so fat and all that stuff. As we experienced the second part of last season, Maka wasn't the same. Gravenberch wasn't the same. Only Szoboszlai was still performing in a level which was, you know, he was being more important as a, you know, goal scorer as well as a creator, because majority of the season Szoboszlai was the runner for everybody else. But in the second part of the season, Gravenberch wasn't the same. He tied out. So did McAllister. Fortunately, the athlete in the team, Szoboszlai, turned up. Tottenham away, Man City away. There was a game at home. I can't remember what team, when he's cut in with his left foot and scored. He just became an important player with Salah. Him and Salah was just the ones that was performing in the second part of the season with Diaz that got us over the line. Because Gakpo was doing all right until he got picked up that injury as well. Don't forget, guys. So yeah, listen, I know what they're doing. I exactly know what Liverpool is doing. They're doing bit part here, and then eventually the most important bit of the season, the big players will turn up fresh. That's what I think. You look at Man City. De Bruyne in the beginning of the season, you never used to see him a lot. Carl Walker, you never used to see him a lot. What was it, Gundogan? You didn't used to see him a lot. You always see the young ones like Foden and these other players, the fringe players in the team, Oscar Bob and all these guys playing in the past, when they were winning. So that's what I see at Liverpool at the moment. We're not putting our best players in positions where they're going to tire themselves out in the second part of the season. It's just going to, in and out, in and out, in and out, in and out. Don't put too much into the game. We're still going to win no matter what. And then, bam, in the important stage of the season, they're going to start performing in a high level. Trust me, guys. That's what big clubs do. Man United did it, like I said. Man City did it. Chelsea even did it in the past when they were top. And Arsenal. It happens all the time, guys. I wouldn't worry about these players. They will get better at some stage. Let me just put it that way. Yeah, yo. Sorry about that, people. Sorry about that. Keep going on. K-Mac is the man he know will protect Liverpool, will go to Arsenal via Musk. LOL. The matter. Oh, bro. I don't know what you say about K-Mac. He's a lovely guy. he's a brilliant guy. I know that from Lord of Mercy, of course. K-Mac for Prime Minister. I wouldn't go that far, but yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great guy. Get him to be FIFA president. The perfect job. Maybe. I'm not here to talk about other people. I love K-Mac. He's a wonderful guy. Same as Enz you saw earlier on here. Uncle Rock, of course. Everybody. I've got no issues with anybody. I think everybody's fantastic, in my opinion. What did you say there? I'm so scared Moyes will follow same as Burnley shit and force us to play tight. I don't know about that, bro. I don't know about that. We have to wait and see it. And we have to wait and see. What you saying, my brother? Always enjoy Slot's press conference. So professional. He's amazing, bro. He's amazing. Big up Ravi, my guy. Ravi. Big up my Ravi. Big up Ravi, my guy. Sorry. What up? YouTube.com didn't say you were live. It's okay, bro. I don't really care what YouTube do anymore. They done something to me yesterday about my previous stream. They said about copyright, and I'm looking for the copyright thing I did wrong. I just pretty much do the same thing every time in regards to what I show you guys. And I've never been copyrighted before, but for some reason they decided to do that to me. It's weird, bro. It's weird, Ravi, bro. It's very, very strange. McAllister is world class. People saying he ain't, just don't see what a G he is, and how good his football abilities are. Well, he's won the World Cup. He's won the Premier League. What more do people want, bro? I don't understand. You know what I mean? Liverpool versus Everton, Southampton, Crystal Palace, Galatasaray, Chelsea, Man United. We need to win it all. Bro, like, we'll try. That's the whole point of this football club. We will try to win everything. Don't worry about that. All right, guys. Tomorrow afternoon around 12:30 is the game. I say let's do the lineup. Then that is it with me. So let me put a graphic there. Of course, I think Alisson is going to be the goalkeeper. That's a start. So Alisson is the goalkeeper. I don't know about you guys here, but this guy has been impressing me, because I remember a lot of people trying to convince me he can't defend. That's what I've been hearing. Frimpong is a worse defender than Trent. This footballing people, that we listen to. He's not all that. He's a wing back. That's all I've been hearing. To me, this season, he's been the best right back, along with Szoboszlai whenever he played there. So give this guy compliments, man. Give him, what he deserves. He needs his flowers, because he's proving a lot of people wrong that told us he's a what? He's a wing back. That's all I've been hearing. He is a wing back. And I think we should bring back, as much as I love Robbo, I think Kirkes has to come back for the league to improve in his positioning. I honestly think that. I don't want to dismiss Kirkes or anything like that, guys, like other people are doing. But I think he will improve if we keep persisting with him and show him his deficiencies in analyzing, after matches and all that stuff. I think that's what we should be doing. The way we just push him aside and all that stuff and, say, bring back Robertson, it's not the way, man. How is a player going to improve if you're going to destroy his confidence? Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. Really silly, that. Really, really silly. So, yep, Gravenberch back in midfield with Soboslai, I think. I think these two are going to build a relationship until McAllister is ready, if you know what I mean. Still play Florian Wirtz. I'm not going to be one of those fans that's going to be cussing Florian Wirtz and making him look like an idiot all the time. Would I start? Hang on, let me go there. Sorry about that, guys. Gakpo on the left again. He needs to improve. He needs a lot of work. Let me just put it that way. A lot of work. Salah on the right. So, the strikers. Who do we put up there? The main man, Isak? Or the future main man, Ekitike? That's the two people need to decide. That's the me? I think we gave enough minutes to Isak versus Atletico Madrid. I think if it was me with Atletico Madrid, I would have started Ekitike, then bring on Isak in the 60th minute or something along those lines. That's what I would have done. But I'm not the head coach. It's Arne Slot. He chose that. So who do I think he's going to start in this game? I think he's going to start Ekitike and bring on Isak, as he should have in the first game, in my opinion. That's what I think he's going to do, because he said something in the press conference, what I was just listening to for the first time. I've never seen a press conference before. He had a few, aches in regards to his, body after that game. So that pain doesn't go away straight away, guys. It takes time for the player to come back from that. So I think the best option out of the two, start Ekitike. That's what I think. This team I would go with. If it was away, maybe I could decide something else. But because it's home at Anfield, Ekitike is the better option. And then bring on Isak during the second half at 60 minutes, 65 minutes to give him more game time. I don't want to rush Isak straight away, guys. When you don't play football, you just train for a month or two. It's not good for you. You need games. You need pre-seasons, and he hasn't had that. I don't want him picking up hamstrings. I don't want him picking long-term injuries. Let's just be careful with him, and at some stage, unleash the Isak. That's all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for. So for tomorrow, 12:30 kickoff in the afternoon, that is my team. And this guy, like I said to you, Frimpong, give him the credit he deserves. He can defend. He does run back. And he does give it his all. That's all I ask for from a Liverpool player. Give me 100% and I'm with you to the end. Not like Trent walking back and all that stuff. Hell no. I don't do that. This guy is going to be a great right back. We're going to use him like Man City used Kyle Walker. What was Kyle Walker good at? Not going a lot, going over here a lot. Staying here at times when they don't have the ball and the opponent has the ball. So when the defense is here, let me show you. Might take a while the way it's fucking going there. Strange. When the defense is right up in a high line, the ball goes over the top, you get the speed merchant coming to defend for the team. That's the future, what I see of Frimpong. He will always help out the winger, don't get me wrong. But when off the ball work, when we're speeding back to get the ball, that's what Kyle Walker used to do for Diaz, Stones, Akanji, Gvardiol, Ake, whatever defense you want to say. And before that, Company and all these guys. That's what he used to do, Carl Walker. And I'm expecting this speed merchant here to do the same in the future for us here. So for now, we're all right because these two can run a lot. But in the future, expect this guy to be covering for the centre backs and, getting us out of trouble. Especially, with the goalkeeper as well. Since Carl Walker hasn't been at the Man City defense, they haven't been the same, number one. And number two, have you guys ever noticed Edison hasn't been the same since as well? Since Carl Walker wasn't protecting him, since Carl Walker protected that goalkeeper from getting shots taken at him down the years, Edison hasn't been the same. Where is Edison now, guys? Like, is he at Man City? Where is he? Nobody knows. There you go. That's how football can change. It wasn't Edison all along that was doing the great things. It was that right back there head that was doing all the running for that team. Now that Diaz, who shows his biceps, he thinks he's Mr. Muscle and all that stuff, he's looking older, in it. He won Player of the Season in his first season. Diaz did, as I remember. So there you go, man. It happens, man. It happens to everybody. Yeah, man. Sorry, I'm rambling on all that stuff, guys. I'm just trying to give you guys what we see of our players and what they could do in the future as well. So that's my team. Maka will not start. He's not healthy. He won't start. I got a feeling it's going to be more or less the same team as I see over there. We are playing at 12:30, not 4:30 p.m. 4:30 p.m. I don't think so. It's 12:30, bro. It's 12:30. Don't worry about it. Don't worry. We know. What you say, my brother? Do we play Ekitike 60 minutes tomorrow and Isak sub then for Southampton? Isak 60 minutes, maybe, bro. And Ekitike makes the most sense. Yeah, I think this is what we're gonna go the route of Ekitike tomorrow. I guess Everton, and then Bingo and Isak during the second half. But guys, tired, gotta get ready for work again. Appreciate everybody that supported me today. I know it's a spontaneous thing, last minute thing and all that stuff. I'll see you guys probably tomorrow. I don't know. Whenever I come on, you guys will be alerted. Just put that notification bell on and then, support me as much as you can. All right, guys. Take care. See you soon. If you're watching this back, put the comments down below and I'll respond to you as soon as possible. All right, guys. Take care. Thank you very much as always. See you soon.